How you doing? It's Brett with the Lab Realty Group, here to talk to you about home inspections part 2. So in my last video, what we discussed was a home inspection with a certified home inspector. All right, they're going to look at all the mechanicals, they're going to look at the roof, they're going to look at the foundation, all the plumbing, the wiring, the panel box, and look for any indications that would be of caution or interest to you. Now, home inspections cover a lot more. If you've got a septic system, it's going to cover that under the broad umbrella of a home inspection, right? So it could cover septic, it could cover well, it could cover radon tests, it could cover roof inspections, chimney inspections, sprinkler inspections. All of these things are discrete inspections. The home inspector, his job is to be a generalist and see everything kind of writ large and give you a report on that. If you want to follow up with a specific area, let's say the home inspector found an issue of concern with the roof, and you're talking with your real estate agent and they say, you know, I think this is something where we might want to ask the seller, if they were representing the buyer, we might want to ask the seller to cover some of the cost of the roof because it's going to have to be replaced in like a year or a year and a half, right? If that's a conversation that you're going to have, you're probably going to want to hire a specialized roofing inspector to go up and give you a dedicated roofing inspection so that it's not just a home inspection, it's an actual roof inspector that gives you a really detailed report on just the roof as opposed to part of the bigger home inspection. Let's talk about radon. That's one of the big tests. I recommend radon tests with all properties, not just properties that have a basement, okay? So even slabs, ranches, if it's a condo and you're or an apartment and you're in a high rise, that's a different situation. But all single family detached, all townhomes, all row homes, I recommend a radon test be done. Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas. Don't freak out about the word radioactive, okay? It's naturally occurring, it's a natural byproduct of organic decay. So leaves and sticks and branches and, you know, anything organic that decays in the earth emits radon gas. This gas seeps through, permeates through the foundation and up through the slab, and it collects in the property. Radon gas has been found to have a correlation in high doses and long periods of exposure, has been found to have an exposure to lung cancer or a correlation to lung cancer. So that's why we want to test for it. If it comes back positive, meaning that generally speaking, the EPA says if you have a radon level above 4.0 picocuries per liter, which is the measurement that they use, then radon remediation is recommended. Lower than that, it's up to dealer preference, basically. So a remediation system, they're very effective. They're very simple to put in. In the Northern Virginia area, you can get them put in for about $1,000. Basically what they do is they cut a hole in the slab, right down to the earth, and then they put a big tube in there, and they run that tube outside, and they have a fan that kind of sucks air through that tube, and it creates a negative pressure under the slab. So instead of the radon gas seeping up through the slab, what happens is it gets pulled along and then up the pipe outside, and it's usually vented up the top of the roof line, okay? After they install the remediation system, they'll do another radon test to make sure that the remediation system is doing its job and keeping radon out of the house. So that's Radon 101 and kind of the part 2 of home inspections. Look forward to seeing you again on the next iteration of What's What in Real Estate. Bye-bye.